Jamaica, up for sale to the highest bidder. Government after government, the country has been sold off, piece by piece. Its most valuable assets handed over to foreign powers.
Now, blessed Thursday, my viewers and my subscribers. And may I say thanks for tuning in again to another hot topic discussion and review. Now, I want to thank all of my new viewers and all of my subscribers them who persistently pressing the like button on my videos. It's really appreciated. My sincere appreciation goes out to you. Now you have many of you and them now press the like button and it's free. However, I guess they're the one them when I wish nothing good for me. However, I still send out the conscious message them to the clean heart people them, to the conscious mind people them, to the people them who value themselves. Cause you have people at Jamaica, them no value themselves, no. The only thing them say is other people things, and them run behind people because of what the other person have, and them don't look at what them have that has been taken away from them. Now I found this video on TikTok, and may I tell you say it breaks my heart because it brings back so much memory. Cause I remember our beautiful Air Jamaica, one of the best airline ever in the history of the world, Air Jamaica. Enter you go on Air Jamaica, you get authentic food, you get champagne, you get the real Jamaican culture. Air Jamaica was a symbol for sure, so we as a nation value something. Now we have a leader in Jamaica, number 28, and we have the opposition leader where the GLP them style him as master mark, slave owner, and want put we back in a slavery, when this is so far from the truth. And what hurt me the most, and me talk, and that's how it was back in slavery. We as black people were treated less by our own blacks than the white man treat us. May I share my vision of the past of slavery about Mark Golin and his family compared to number 28 family back in slavery. Now welcome back to another exclusive for live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review. Since them want make this election based upon race, cause them can't talk about Mark Golin about integrity, because the man have integrity till him don't know what to do with it. While we have a leader with no integrity, feel integrity, him a fight for it right now in the Supreme Court. So here we have a white man and we have a black man. Yeah, Mark Golin father and generation were white. Yes, they might have owned slave in them time there, which is a fact, cause slavery was real, where black people did own by white people, and we can't deny the fact. It's facts, it's history, it's facts. However, Mark Golin, now remember, people, this is just my me vision it back then compared to now how me see Mark Golin as a person. Mark Golin family them, yes, them did own slave, yeah, but Andrew Olney's family were house slave. True, them have little color, so them did own by white man, but them used to be house slave, so them used to get special treatment. So the white man used to order number 28 and generation for go do wrongs unto his own black people, like what he's doing now in 2024. I want to know if you hear me now. I show you the proof, you know. Cause I feel like saying time I come and I talk, I'm responsible for what people want to say, because the truth is an offense, and it's only the truth shall set you free. So may I give it to you know, the raw truth. Andrew Olney's generation them used to treat black people like nothing, because the white man used to order them to go do that. when Mark Golding generation see how Andrew own his generation as a black person, I treat him own black person. Mark Golding generation buy off them black slave there off Andrew Olney's owner and bring them over into his plantation and treat them with dignity. This is why Mark Golding as a white man could see a black Jamaican woman and fall in love with her. And anytime I mean say fall in love with her, I mean him foot get kick way. Cause from him met her until now, him can't left the chocolate. A 3 more chocolate him get with that lady who is his wife presently. And from them time there until now, they have always been Jamaican citizen. You understand? Now, Mr. 28th generation them, it pass on to number 28. This is why him come now and the same thing happen like what happened in slavery. Him a sell we out for the white man, cause he's a white man, a fame ruler. He's still a house slave, and all the evidence is here. And I show you that the Jamaica Labour Party have never been the party for poor people or to help poor people in Jamaica. They have always sell out all our resources, the things them we value to us as a nation the most. And them come and put wool over on the eye and sell on the dreams and run with it and say on have pride. And you is a proud Jamaican. You is a disgrace to Jamaica. And you must not call yourself a Jamaican because you don't stand for your nation. You stand for someone that selling out your nation to what? To other people. And you know what? This clip we're going to play for you now, this broadcast is a white man. I show us as black people in Jamaica say we is a cunt. Cause we have everything, but yet still we don't have nothing because we make some liquor we own kind and sell it out. And here we have a white man by the name of Marky British, Master Mark as we wanna call him. I said Jamaican people wanna do. Wanna wake up. We have to keep with resources. We have to build from the ground. We have to hold on to what we have and build from that. And see if we not become one of the strongest nation where all these big nations have to look up to we. Because we make them powerful. Because they might take our resources. It's right here. And this number 28 come in and sell people false prosperity, and you have our own black people a slaughter our own black brother in the name of this man. This is wrong and we need to get rid of this man. Now let's get into this broadcast about what other outsiders that looking in and how stupid we are and can articulate it in this way so you can understand. Let's get into the first part of this documentation about how foolish we are as a people, and when are we gonna wake up? Are we gonna make number 28 destroy all our we have left in Jamaica? Listen, let's run through this. First, let's see what happened to we here Jamaica. Let's see which government sell out here Jamaica.
Jamaica, up for sale to the highest bidder. Government after government, the country has been sold off, piece by piece. Its most valuable assets handed over to foreign powers. The skies, the ports, the power grid, and even the land beneath the feet of Jamaican citizens. What was once Jamaican is slipping into the hands of outsiders. So the question is, what's really left for Jamaicans? Imagine for a moment what it means for a nation to be sold, not in one fell swoop, but slowly over years, in bits and pieces. In Jamaica's case, this process hasn't been some grand conspiracy, it's been a slow and steady unravelling. Each sale or lease is justified as an economic necessity, a step toward modernization or a way to attract foreign investment. But these deals come with a price that's not just monetary, but cultural, emotional, and even existential. Because when a nation starts selling off its most cherished symbols and strategic resources, what remains of its identity?
No, my viewers and my subscribers, everything that man said just now, is what's happening right now, underneath number 28 watch in Jamaica, And I'm telling you every day him sell out something out of Jamaica to foreign investors and say it's gonna benefit us.
Consider Air Jamaica. Once the pride of the nation, this wasn't just an airline, it was a symbol of independence and progress. Established in 1966, just a few years after Jamaica gained independence, Air Jamaica wasn't merely a company, it was a dream realized. Painted in bold colors, with a distinctive hummingbird logo, the airline embodied the essence of a young nation eager to take its place on the world stage. Air Jamaica was more than just planes in the sky. It was a beacon of national pride and self-reliance. Air Jamaica operated for decades, becoming a beloved brand at home and a symbol of Jamaican identity abroad. For Jamaicans, there was something uniquely reassuring about boarding a plane with the Jamaican flag and knowing that it was theirs. The airline represented the freedom to soar, the spirit of adventure, and the warmth of Jamaican hospitality. But as time passed, financial troubles began to cloud Air Jamaica's future. Mismanagement, high operating costs, and mounting debts weighed down the airline, and despite multiple attempts by the government to save it, the numbers didn't add up. By 2010, the decision was made to sell Air Jamaica to Trinidad and Tobago's Caribbean Airlines.
So as you can see my viewers and subscribers, cause as you may say, me no come here to tell lie on nobody or point finger at nobody or no party. Me I speak facts. You see me I say, Bruce Golding, born the 5th of December 1947, is the former Jamaican politician who served as the 8th Prime Minister of Jamaica from September 11, 2007 to 23rd of October 2011. So, as you can see, at the time Air Jamaica was sold, it was Bruce Golding in power, which is a Jamaica Labour Party Prime Minister. You understand? So, it's fair to say, the Labour Party with national pride, with Air Jamaica. Bro God, number 28, you better bring it back, If Mark Golding, you're going to power, Remember me I tell you, you have to bring back Air Jamaica. And that's how we know, say, we can say, so we country progress. We don't own nothing. We're essential for growth to a country. And then this man come and tell you about prosperity in our nation, like him take us for some idiot.
The sale of Air Jamaica wasn't just a business transaction, it was a turning point in the nation's story. The flag carrier of Jamaica was no longer Jamaican-owned, and with that an entire era came to an end. Jamaicans watched as their beloved airline was absorbed into Caribbean Airlines, taking with it a piece of the nation's heart. Air Jamaica's familiar colours and iconic hummingbird logo slowly disappeared, replaced by the branding of a foreign company. For many, it felt like a personal loss, a reminder that even the symbols of national pride weren't safe from the auction block. Imagine what that must have felt like for the average Jamaican. To watch a piece of their identity, a piece of what made them proud to be Jamaican, dissolve into a foreign-owned entity.
Now, for all you youngsters who never experienced flying on a Air Jamaica, boy, me sorry for you, cause that's flying in class. Me I tell you, ain't nothing like flying on a Air Jamaica. Now, I can remember the last time I fly upon Air Jamaica, cause I tell you say, in 2010, I remember when I fly upon Air Jamaica, me I tell you say, every single individual, Majority of person that was on that plane had substance in their stomach or in their luggage or have it up them some part on them. Papa Jesus, may I tell you. And it was Bruce Golding in power them time there. The place they just open up. You understand? But now, number 28 come in and everything still a go on said way, but the only thing are only number 28 and him friends them are go on with things and are go on like say it stop. No stop. It's still a go on. But only number 28 and him friend them control it. It's a shame what them do to Jamaica.
It was as if a little piece of the country's soul was taken away. And the story doesn't end with Air Jamaica. No, this was only the beginning of a trend that would see some of the nation's most important resources pass into foreign hands. But that's just the start of the story. Stay with us because what's coming up next will open your eyes even further.
Now, that was my first lesson. Now, anytime I ask you the question down in the comment section, which party sell out with Air Jamaica with pride and joy? It was the Jamaica Labour Party, okay?
Let's move now to Jamaica's main airports, Norman Manley International in Kingston and Sangster International in Montego Bay. These airports aren't just gateways to the island. They are the country's first impression on millions of visitors each year. They represent the pulse of Jamaica, the bustling arrival points for tourists and business people alike. But here's the thing. Despite being so central to Jamaica's image and economy, these airports are no longer under Jamaican control. Norman Manley, named after a national hero, and Sangster, the bustling airport of Montego Bay, are now managed by foreign companies.
Now you hear that. The airport are owned by the national hero was sold out, owned by foreign investors. Now, which one of these prime minister do you think sell us out? Let me know down in the comment section. I'll listen further.
In 2019, the Jamaican government signed a 25-year lease with Grupo Aeroportuario del Pacifico, GAP, a Mexican corporation, giving them control over Norman Manley.
Now, I hope you hear that, in 2019, our Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Number 28, signed an agreement with a Mexican company for 25 years. See? Him not say, no, make we hold on pan we port and employ with people them and control with port so we know where coming and you know what I mean, our nation can benefit from it. Him no, him going there and him sign it where for 25 years to foreigners. Yeah? Him sign it away to Mexicano. Mexicano. And them people there. Him sign away our national airport. The man will fight with slavery for our airport and him take it and sign it way. Someone for know where come tell me say Mark Golding said no, don't do that. We fi keep resources where we are sell it out for. And the icing on top of the cake to the disrespect where this man do is that Norman Manley and them man they our national hero. Man we fight white people for Jamaica get with freedom. And the airport that's named under his name, this man sign it away to the same people them wedded in slavery. See why him is a house slave. He's a house slave we have as a leader. We don't know, no have no sense. And if you no check them, me done with it yet. Hold on, me I make you listen some more things where him sell out under the since him coming within the 8 years. Everything the man sell out, everything him as a foreign investors. We're gonna left for the nation. This is where outsiders were looking in, asking you lot as a Jamaican, what's gonna left for your generation? What's gonna left years to come? Them are gonna run out of Jamaica because them are gonna own everything. Our identity gone. The things them that makes us proud Jamaican gone. Ain't nothing like to a Jamaica for fly pa we air Jamaica. And it gone. We airport gone. Who sell the airport? Me go show no. Okay, for no check say I lie. Cause it was last in 2010. Who was in power 2010? No be schooling. Labor right. This is what them do to a nation all the time. And them come and act like them mean we good. You cannot be a leader if with everything what we own, you take it out and sell it out to other people and say it go benefit us in the long run. What kind of plan is that? Do you see that you now build Jamaica pan solid ground, you build it pan quicksand.
Sangster, on the other hand, is operated by MBJ Airports Limited, a partnership between Spain's Abertis and Vancouver Airport Services from Canada. These companies handle everything from day-to-day operations to long-term improvements, essentially controlling the heartbeat of Jamaica's tourism industry. At first glance, foreign management might seem harmless, even beneficial. After all, these companies bring investment, expertise, and the promise of modernization. And in the case of Jamaica, the airports have seen significant upgrades, expanded terminals, and improved infrastructure under these agreements. However, the question remains, at what cost? For a nation that relies so heavily on tourism, the loss of control over its main gateways raises significant concerns. Think about it. These airports are the first and last places that visitors see. They are the face of Jamaica. And yet, the decisions about how they operate, what expansions are made, and what fees are charged are largely in the hands of foreign corporations. While Jamaica receives a share of the revenue, the primary profits from these airports flow out of the country. The question becomes who truly benefits from these arrangements. Is it the people of Jamaica, or is it the foreign companies that control these critical pieces of infrastructure? To put it bluntly, these agreements represent a shift in power, a shift that puts some of Jamaica's most essential assets in the hands of outsiders. And if this trend continues, one has to wonder what remains for Jamaica to control. What other vital pieces of the nation will end up on the auction block? But this is just the beginning. We're about to explore even more critical assets that have slipped into foreign hands. So stay tuned, because the deeper we go, the more unsettling the picture becomes.
Now I know, sir, none of us can't deny that the trend the man talking about, where we see foreign investors taking over all of Jamaica, the tourist industry, the beaches, everything within the past year since Andrew Holness come into power. This man sell out everything to foreigners, things that are essential to our growth as a nation, things that if we have control of, put us in control of these people. He decide to sign as soon as he went into power in 2016 to sign this deal with the French for 30 years pertaining to our wharf. Our wharf where a beer guns are coming, a beer jugs are coming, a beer picnic get missing, trafficking, and we have no control over that. So how are we gonna be a better nation? Now according to this, the French take it and sell it on to the Chinese, and the Chinese expand it even larger because no Chinese work. So they don't have no control over nothing in the country. This man will say him a leader, he's a puppet. The JPS where him a say him I go make them do this and them do that. He can't call no shots because the people them own majority of JPS. All of this is in this documentary. But you know what? I'm gonna share the link with you all down in the comment section so you can go watch it for yourself and watch the full broadcast, cause I'm just gonna leave you with this last thing that he did, where show me say this man doesn't mean Jamaica any good. Listen to this.
For a nation so strategically placed, Jamaica's ports are critical, not just for the economy, but for its very survival. The island relies heavily on imports and exports, and the Kingston Freeport Terminal is the heart of this trade. It's more than just a busy port. It's one of the largest transshipment hubs in the Caribbean, connecting Jamaica to North and South America, Europe and beyond. Its docks handle everything from consumer goods to raw materials, making it a key player in the island's economy. But in 2016, the Jamaican government made a critical decision. It entered into a 30-year lease agreement with CMA-CGM, a French shipping giant, handing over control of the Kingston Freeport Terminal.
So why you do that, number 28? Why you sell out your port for 30 years to the French? You sell to the French, you sell to the Mexican, you sell to American, you sell to Canadian, you sell to English, you sell to Mexican, now you sell to Indian. So what left for the Jamaican them? What left for the Jamaican after you done sell, brother? And this stupid ass Jamaican I run up and down behind you like some yes people and a sister, you know what I mean? This man no mean them no good. Why not go wait until it's too late for you to say? If outsider can't see say what this man doing doesn't make sense, why uno we live there can't see say what this man doing no make no sense? Uno no see it. The man a sell out everything. We're gonna left for no generation.
On the surface, this move promised growth. CMA-CGM committed to investing millions of dollars in expanding and upgrading the port, making it more competitive on the world stage. The plan included modernized facilities, deeper harbors to accommodate larger vessels, and new technologies to increase efficiency. However, in 2020, another shift occurred, one that placed the port in even more foreign hands. CMA-CGM sold its stake to China Merchants Port Holdings Company, making the Kingston Freeport Terminal now controlled by a Chinese state-owned entity. China Merchants Port Holdings is not just any company. It's one of the largest port operators globally and is backed by the Chinese government. With this sale, Jamaica's main port became part of China's expansive global strategy, giving it even greater influence over Caribbean trade routes. Control over the port is now out of Jamaican hands entirely, and critical decisions affecting national trade are influenced by a foreign government with its own strategic interests. While expansion projects have indeed improved the port's facilities, this control by China raises new questions. For instance, what happens if political or economic tensions arise? Could Jamaica rely on a port that's ultimately under the control of a foreign power with its own global ambitions? Imagine this. Decisions about which ships get priority, what fees are charged, and how goods are managed no longer belong to Jamaica alone. With China's growing influence, the risks of relying on foreign-controlled infrastructure become even more evident. It's a gamble, and the stakes are high, especially given China's tendency to secure long-term influence through investments in key infrastructure worldwide. And this is far from the only example. As we dig deeper, we find even more essential services, things that impact everyday life in Jamaica, that are no longer controlled by Jamaicans. And if you think the ports are concerning, just wait until you hear about the country's power.
Now them say a country is as weak as its leader, and clearly we can understand why we are a weak nation. But the leader intends to brag and boast that we are so strong. One question the man asks, what if political, tension arise? We are in no position for call any shots where our ports are concerned. So how are we this big nation? However, as I said, I'm gonna pin this documentary down in the comment section so you can hear further what I said with the JPS, or I will do a part 2 of this, dissecting what this documentary is saying about what's going on in Jamaica presently. Andrew, number 28 oldness, doesn't have no control over the decisions made by JPS in Jamaica. These people are all about profit. You see it in every first world country, in the UK, in America. These power service feed off the vulnerable, feed off the poor. You understand? It's all about profit for them. So that promise where number 28 promise you know. If you know want see say it's a fake promise, like, share, also subscribe and turn on the post notification so when I update part 2 of this pertaining to the road and the land them in Jamaica and the beaches them that we no longer own, we are vital to our development as a nation, as a people, is now gone, and we have a leader that's moving full speed ahead to make sure that everything is gone. So in conclusion, I shall say that's the reason why I say this man, this is a generational thing. He is a house slave.